So this thing with these files is getting crazier and crazier by the day. It's getting so crazy that YouTube is actually restricting videos that are talking about it. So make sure y'all hit a like for the algorithm. But I'm gonna just call him E-Man. And these files and what he's talking about and the things that they were doing and probably still are doing is just totally unnecessary. It's trifling. But I got Maverick Approach here. Make sure you all subscribe to his channel, Maverick Approach. Just giving a rundown on just a very small portion of things that's in there. I haven't even gotten to it yet. It's so much. It's like, man, this could be a movie, and it'll have to be rated X because this stuff crazy.
Files are out of control, so we're gonna break down everything we've seen thus far. Okay, first, let's start with Obama's former chief White House counsel, Kathy Miller, and a very eerie, very suspicious email with her and Epstein. Now they're communicating back and forth in this email, but at the bottom of this email gets really weird. And I quote, she says, "Yes, I will be like the doctor at Lenox Hill, put that crazy in room 1, gunshot and surgery, and the cook, well, he can wait." You guys, remember Obama's chef who worked at the White House and who died at Obama's house? Could they be talking about him? Now, being that email was from 2014, saying the cook can wait, you mean like 9 years later wait, where he actually died in 2023? Yeah, that's suspicious. Gets even wilder though. So, we have an email from 2018 with Jeffrey Epstein and his brother, Mark Epstein, in which Mark is asking, buckle up, he says, does Putin still have the pictures of Trump blowing Bubba, aka Bill Clinton? Bro, what? Okay, even if this is even remotely true, how relevant would this picture be that they found in Epstein's house of Bill Clinton in a blue dress, in which Monica Lewinsky was in a blue dress just like this when she blew him? This is giving way to the biggest blackmail ring of all time, but let's keep going. Now, if we weren't completely off the rails, this is gonna take us there because there's an email stating that he was into bioengineering and genetics, specifically black people. And I quote, "You might be able to make blacks smarter by changing the time for the motor layer development and changing the time for other layers." Then he states their brains are slower at learning high-level concepts, in which he's giving way to slavery being that muscle switch for slaves. We're faster, so we're stronger, jump higher than the white people were thinking all day, basically, and making them smarter under pressure over time. Now, not only he was into bioengineering and genetics, and he had his own office at Harvard called Jeffrey's office, but he had close ties to MIT, in which he had very close ties to this guy, Marvin Minsky, who was the co-founder of MIT's AI laboratories, and they call the father of AI. I mean, it really takes the guesswork out of why he was trafficking people besides blackmail. You wanted to experiment on people like a test lab rat. Now, this part totally makes sense, where the head morgue manager of Harvard pled guilty earlier this year for selling body parts online. Does anybody want to take a wild guess who he was working for? Epstein he was working for. Now, there's a whole lot more, so I'm gonna do a part 2. Make sure you guys get into my Telegram.
That's crazy, right? And see, so now Trump came out and he said, just put the files out. Now, the theory is that he's going to, or he has started to open up an investigation into the Clintons. So people think, okay, he's saying for a reason to release the files is because he's going to use that investigation to redact a lot of the information, say, hey, these parts of the files are currently being used in a criminal investigation, and that you can't release this portion. So the whole thing isn't going to come out. Let's check it out.
Joined now by a member of the House Oversight Committee, Democratic Congresswoman Melanie Stansbury of New Mexico. Congresswoman, thanks for taking the time. You've said that this reversal shows President Trump is losing control of this narrative. Do you see this friction between Trump and House Republicans lasting beyond tomorrow's vote?
I don't know. I think time will tell. I completely agree with what Ali just said. This is clearly a jujitsu move by the president in his continued cover-up of these files. I think it's important for people to understand that we have already subpoenaed these files. He is already under a legal obligation to produce these files to Congress and has not complied with the subpoena. And he has spent months trying to cover up this case. He has spent months trying to bully and pressure his members of the Republican Party to try to bury this case, to try to do everything in his power to keep these files from seeing the light of day. And now he's not saying he's going to release the files, which he is already obligated to do. He is merely saying to Republicans, okay, you can vote for this discharge petition. But we want to be clear. We have already subpoenaed the files. He is already legally required to release the files, and he is not complying with the law.
How many Republicans do you think will join Democrats on this discharge petition vote now that the president has given them a go-ahead?
I mean, it's hard to say. I think the fact that, the speaker is expediting the vote and the president released a statement last night essentially saying go ahead and vote for it could mean the entire caucus. And if they do, that means that they get the political cover that the president wants. And the president even says in his statement he wants to move on. So let me say this to you, Donald Trump. We are not moving on. This investigation will continue. We will continue to seek justice for the victims. We will continue to subpoena and ask for these files, and we will continue to investigate the criminal wrongdoing that was never prosecuted by the Department of Justice.
I want to play part of a powerful PSA that just came out from Epstein survivors calling on the government to release these files. Let's watch.
I was 14 years old.
I was 16 years old.
I was 16.
17. 14 years old.
This is me.
This was me.
This is me when I met Jeffrey Epstein.
This is me when I met Jeffrey Epstein.
All right, so you kind of get what they're doing, right? Like, these are some sick people. And the thing is, this goes hand in hand with the whole Christian nationalist movement. And then also Republicans have, I forgot the name of the organization, where it's like these grown men that want laws to be passed so that they can date younger girls that are like below the age of 18. These people are sick, all of them. It's like the weirdest thing. Check all their browsing histories. Just check their browsing histories. Like, these people are trifling. And it's not just to the point, and like the exploitation of minors is just one part of it. The other parts are like even worse, and you see it in movies, but I guess art some way imitates reality. But these are some sick fucks. And we all say they should get them out of here. Everybody that's involved in the files. But they is involved in it too. They with it too. Whoever they is with it too. You might as well just throw away, 99.9% of Congress, these Fortune 500 company CEOs, like all of these people, the people that run these colleges and universities, they all are mixed in and a part of this stuff. All of them. And it's like the weirdest thing. We hear all these conspiracy theories and they come out to be true. They come out to be true. I'm pretty sure there's I haven't got through all the files, but I'm pretty sure there's some witchcraft, some human sacrifices going on. Just, we thought Diddy was doing something. Shit, these people are 10 times worse. 10 times worse. We're going to find out about hits, like murders, just all types of craziness. And I'll put out another video. This week is going to be one of the most dangerous weeks when it comes to politics and when it comes to what is going on with this administration. Now, I'm not on the left or the right. I'm in the center where the money is. Put me where the money is. I don't care about left or right or politics or none of that. But one thing that I will give this administration is that they put everything on social media. I think it's even worse for all this stuff to be going on behind closed doors like it has been or like it was during this whole period. But the way they play in your face, I think that's 10 times better than people that are trying to hide it. So you know who they are. And that's just real.